So he just got done harassing me, and then I happened to be walking over here and saw this guy, which I see down here regularly, and he didn't really stand over him that long, so I wanted to ask what he was doing. So what did he say to you?
He told me at a certain point in time in the morning, you had to be moved away from the wall.
Yeah.
And then he stood over me for about 5 minutes.
Yeah.
He got another call.
A little bit less. It was like 2 minutes.
Yeah, more like 2 minutes.
That guy on the Segway.
That's the Segway thing.
Him,
the old guy?
Yeah, him and a couple other people have been trying to use intimidation tactics to harass homeless people, like me included. Right, I've been staying over at the Macy's bus stop over there, and he's been waking up every morning. Yeah.
He's a cool guy.
No, not at all. Like, he threatened to shoot me yesterday.
He threatened to shoot you?
Yeah.
For what?
Yeah, because I talked shit on him. And then he was all like, fuck, because I was like, dude, what the hell? Like, you're a career criminal. Like, fucking coming and waking me up every day and trying to harass and intimidate me. I'm like, dude, you know I have PTSD. You know that that's not your job to stand over people. It's not. Like, literally, Clean and Safe's job is not to stand over homeless people and wait for them to leave. It's to wake them up, yes. You know what I mean? But once you can see that somebody is making effort to pack up and leave, their job is done. You know what I'm saying? Standing over them like that is an intimidation tactic. No, literally, because he's doing it. You know what I mean? So unless he got a call again saying the guy was standing somewhere, then there's no reason, really, right? I mean, he's even had another officer tell him that came up and woke me up before that he's never had an issue before, like an actual police officer. It's like,
sometimes you just gotta think about it on their end, you know. They're doing his job, you know.
That's a weird way of looking at it. I mean, you got to imagine, literally that behavior.
What's going on? The thing all messed over here.
Anyway, the thing is, I mean, I get where you come from there, yes, but it's also imagine where you're coming from being homeless, right? You're already having a hard life, and then having somebody use abuse tactics to try and like force you out of where you're at is really unhealthy. On top of the fact that you're already homeless and living a really, really difficult life, then to have somebody who's in an authority position lord that over you. Like the other day, was it the day after Halloween, this girl almost got raped, sleeping next to me and my buddy. Like slept in the middle of us, her boyfriend is in jail, right? And I woke up at like 4 a.m. and this guy had unzipped the foot of her sleeping bag and had his hands up in her sleeping bag and was pulling her pants down, right? And fucking...
She was sleeping during this?
Yeah, right? And so I woke up at 4 a.m. and was like, oh shit, seeing the dude just sitting there smiling, all creepy with his hands up her sleeping bag. And he's like, wake the fuck up, like, wake the fuck up. So she gets up and he's like pulling her pants down. And fucking, so we try to chase after the dude, he disappears, ghosts, right? We run into some Clean and Safe officer woman that was like watching the parking garage. We're like, dude, this guy just tried to fucking rape her. Like, what the fuck, can you help at all? And she's just like, maybe you should just stay away from the guy. After saying that he tried to rape her in her sleep, right? Yeah, and so these same guys, that guy and one of the other officers came up the next morning, 2 mornings in a row, down on 3rd, and tried to use the same intimidation and harassment tactics to scare us out of there, where they went down block by block and lied to all the homeless kids that were there, saying it was illegal for them to sit on this, the outside part of the walkway where it's not technically the sidewalk, right? So it's like the sidewalk.
Good job, she's all fucking organized and shit.
Yeah. Well, like the sidewalk is the legal terminology for the area intended for pedestrian traffic, right? So there's the whole sidewalk ordinance, like you're not supposed to block the sidewalk. So they were using people's ignorance of that law to come up and say, oh, you can't be on the sidewalk at all past 7 o'clock because of the whole sleeping thing, right? Like you can only sleep between...
These are businesses.
Right, well, we weren't at a business. We were at an empty lot, right, with a fenced area and in a wide sidewalk where there's a huge area that we are allowed to sit in. So they came up and tried to say, well, we can't sit on the sidewalk. Well, yes, we can, right? It's totally legal. We're allowed to. And then they started making up other excuses like, oh, well, you have garbage out here, so we're going to call the cops because you have garbage out here. You know what I'm saying? And stuff like that, where it might seem like they're just doing their job, but literally, like, it got to the point where we're not doing anything illegal, and we didn't want to listen to them.
Don't take you guys to jail for threatening to sleep and shit like that, do they?
Yeah.
They got...
Oh, they came up...
The jail's gonna be full of people...
Last Friday, they came and illegally detained us. Somebody attacked somebody on 3rd, and apparently put the guy in the hospital. So what did they do? They came down to that same spot on 3rd that we were hanging out at all day. It wasn't any of me and my friends came up and said that they wanted to photograph and take everybody's names. for that attack, even though none of us fit the description of the person that apparently attacked them. But they just said it was some group of people did it, and so they came straight to us and wanted to. Yeah, well, and that's illegal. You can't just come up and say, "Oh, well, somebody got attacked down there," and they said it was a group of people, and then come down here and ask a bunch of people who don't fit the description of the attacker for their names and photos.
You should be a lawyer, bro.
Well, I mean, it's just one of those, like, I mean, I get it. Having that job might be hard. It might be difficult. Might be.
Oh, dude, can you imagine, dude? You're constantly fucking.
But then imagine being homeless, dude. Where that guy gets to go home, right? That shit that he deals with, that you're talking about, that's hard.
He works for a living so that he can do that, right?
Yeah, but so do homeless people. I mean, I still work every day, dude. Just because I don't have a paying job doesn't mean I don't work. And really, like, I will tell you, after nearly 21 years of experience, for me to go and do the same things that you're doing, because I'm homeless, it takes longer. It takes more money usually. It takes a lot more responsibility to accomplish simple tasks. You know what I mean? Like, it might not seem like
yeah,
it's
but
something.
That's something that you put yourself in, right? You got yourself there. Nobody else.
I had a full-time job. I had a full-time job in an apartment. I had a truck. I got kidnapped, dude. I went fucking insane after that, and I had no responsibility in that, dude. I went to show up at my ex-fiance's place to try and work out our relationship, and I got kidnapped. I didn't ask for that. You know what I mean? I didn't ask for PTSD, and now I'm taking responsibility of that, and that's where, like, I quit drinking, trying to be responsible, get help, get therapy, exercise, eat right, all that stuff that I'm doing on top of living my normal life, right? I'm having to do all of that because I'm disabled, and then on top of that, facing that kind of abuse is where I'm saying it's excessive and it's unwarranted, and it really only makes people's lives worse, right? Where, like I said, like you've seen, I'm doing awesome, you know what I mean? I might still be homeless, but at the same time, dude, I'm not out here yelling at people, I'm not drinking, I'm not doing drugs, you know what I mean? I help people, I'm responsible and kind, you know what I mean? And I'm not here because I'm just lazy, I'm here because I got kidnapped, you know what I mean? And it changed my brain in a way that I can't help, I can't change. Like, I wish I could take it away, but I can't, you know what I mean? And those guys don't care. They don't care that the people out here.
Mind over matter, bro.
That literally, it's PTSD. You can't mind over matter your way out of a mental health problem. You know what I mean? Like, for real, rewires your brain, where the part that manages the fight or flight instinct
if that
is
can
permanently
rewire your
on.
brain, you can rewire your brain too.
No, literally, you can't. I mean, I can do some work to try and manage, but I can't I can't just will myself to change the biological makeup of my body. You know what I mean? It took getting kidnapped for that to happen. You know what I mean? It took being in a situation where literally I thought I was going to have to stab somebody to save my own life. I thought I was going to have to kill somebody, and I'm a non-violent person. You know what I mean? That was a lot. So, like, on top of being kidnapped and then being physically hurt after that from trying to escape, you know what I mean? And, like, thinking I might have to murder somebody to save my own life, which I don't want to do. Like, that's a lot of stress. That created a biological change in my body after that experience. That really, that's where mind over matter, no. You can't, I mean...
Where'd you sleep out here